today. There's a gentleman, let me see, he's got his name over here. Dallas something or other got a hold of me. He has suspicions that a man is posing as an underage girl. He also speaks about how he got in contact with another underage girl, not knowing that she was underage, to ask about a situation. So I've taken all the stuff from this Dallas feller, and obviously it's not Dallas Richmond. Um, this is in regards to someone named Kira, and it turns out that, according to this guy, well, there's a connection with Ted Bollinger. And I'm looking at what he sent. It looks like it is. Let's see. Anyway, Ted Bollinger 2020. Alright, he's right. Ted Bollinger's posted in that and also in something else. I don't know. This guy's got this suspicion, and maybe he's right.
Hi, my name is Kira. Just letting you know I'm real.
And that's one of the things that he sent me. I'm not sure if you guys were able to hear that
Hi,
or
my
if it's
name is
even
Kira.
recording.
Just letting you know I'm real.
Sorry about that, folks. I pressed the wrong button, and I shut it down and it had to reconnect. I pressed the play button on a message that was sent to me in Facebook. It probably didn't play, but this guy, Dallas Co-Check or something like that, he's getting a hold of me, and well, if I try to turn it in, how well is that going to work? How many people have told me stuff and had me turn it in and then dipped out and pretend like it never happened? So he's wanting to know why it is that that his stuff is on YouTube, or his stuff is on Facebook. Well, for the same reason that it's going on YouTube, because I take human trafficking very seriously. He's trying to find out some information about Ted Bollinger in connection to possible human trafficking of an underage girl between Denver, Colorado, and I want to say Houston, Texas, but that's probably not right. I know San Antonio and Amarillo are two of the biggest hubs, but let's see. I'm just looking at the reference. I already posted it on my Facebook so that I can show that it's true, so this dude can't, like many people did, tell me about these things and then dip out and let people pretend like I was schizophrenic for saying these things. Also, I did make sure that the one part that I didn't take a picture of was, well, two parts. His kids and his email address. Let me see. And he is willing to work with law enforcement. Let's see. Now, obviously, at first, El Paso. He types, a quick reverse search of the image has her face plastered on several escort sites across the states and in Japan and Russia. But what I'm stuck on is why the Instagram following Ted, and why this video is from Denver, and why she appeared in El Paso all within the same time frame as Ted's move, and his daughter's confirmation on knowing her. To me, she also looks like a minor, which is why I'm concerned, and obviously, to gain this information, I've played along with requesting solicitation, and I myself am not a law enforcement agent, which is why I'm trying to gather as much evidence as I can before bringing this to law enforcement. Alright, so as we know, what he's doing there is only slightly incorrect. It's not his job to investigate, and the suspicions that he has, and based on the information that he has, if he has that much suspicion, then he does need to turn in what he has and allow the people who have access to more resources to do something about it. But it starts with him turning it in. I'm going to try to turn it in. I would prefer to try to turn it in with him. Obviously, this time of night, nobody's going to fucking give a shit. So I gotta find somebody between tonight and tomorrow morning who's willing to make some three-way calls with me about potential human trafficking. If you go to my Facebook, Sean Schwartz, it's the top couple of posts. It's with Dallas. It's the stuff that he's sending me. It doesn't have the screenshots themselves all close up because if I was to do that, it might have personal information in it. And, well, just taking screenshots of it, if there is personal information, it's, well, not something I was able to see. And I got pretty good vision, actually. It's my ears that are messed up, and it's not the ears themselves. It's the overwhelming situations that I've been in. I have severe PTSD. Anyway, this needs to go to the police, obviously. Since we're talking about human trafficking, though, I believe, and I'm probably wrong about this, because U.S. Marshal Service primarily protects crooked judge and transports prisoners between states. They're the taxi service. But the FBI does need to be notified if there's potential of a young woman being, an underage young woman being transported across state lines, and also that her face is all over a bunch of um, porn solicitation sites and prostitution solicitation sites. Well, somebody got to do something, goddammit. Please, someone, would you message me? It's 7:50 p.m. here. No, that's not right. The fuck? I was reading It's 10:56 p.m. here in Hood River, Oregon. These crimes apparently happened in Denver, Colorado, and El Paso, Texas, and of course the area in between. Now, this would not be the first time that Ted Bollinger had crossed state lines in a similar fashion. I mean, he did literally. The post that this guy's showing is October 19th of 2021. This is only a day after my birthday. I have historically shitty birthdays, don't I? Um, my birthday the year before, might have been the year before that, is when Ted Bollinger fled the state of Colorado along with his daughter Alicia Bollinger, who also illegally fled the state of Colorado with charges on their backsides and went on a high-speed chase with methamphetamines in their system, driving through multiple states on a high-speed chase, even with 18 grams of methamphetamines in the vehicle, and Ted Bollinger claiming that he was going to throw children out of the vehicle. Y'all still pretend like he's the victim and not the predator. And you guys threatened to kill me when Natalie Bollinger, or when Alicia Bollinger disappeared, same as you did when Natalie disappeared. Matter of fact, Alicia Bollinger, she's a fucking attention whore. She's disappeared at least 3 separate times since Natalie Bollinger disappeared. And all 3 of those times, people wanted to get a hold of me and tell me about how they were going to kill me for whatever it is that I had done to Alicia. And of course, who was it that had done those things to Alicia? Her dad. Of course. Who is it that raped her and her sister? Their dad, of course, and Uncle Troy. We can't forget Uncle Troy Bollinger. So please go to Sean Schwartz on Facebook. My Facebook profile picture right now is the same one that I had for probably about a month before Natalie was killed and several months afterwards. It's the domestic violence sexual assault ribbon. It's blue and purple. That's my profile picture. You can read the stuff that was literally just sent to me tonight. Knowing Ted Bollinger's history, yes, it is quite reasonable for you to turn this in. I don't know where this girl is supposedly supposed to be right now, and Ted Bollinger might be claiming to be this girl and have pulled it off one of them sites. I don't know. What I do know is that I'm sick and tired of being told that I'm schizophrenic for sharing the information that people are sharing with me. I'm scared shitless of people like Ted Bollinger getting away, because as long as Ted Bollinger gets away, nobody's safe. Nobody is safe in a world where people like that have assistance with getting away. This man fucked his own daughter, and the police helped him get away. Do I have any reason to believe that he might be involved in human trafficking? Well, yes, he was involved in human trafficking. Renting his daughter's pussy out to pay his debts is human trafficking. So this guy, I sent him that stuff that I was sending out earlier today about mandated reporting. I should be making those calls right this moment. However, it's going to take me a few minutes to go through and investigate at least the portions of what he sent me to find out where the fuck the jurisdiction is that I'm even supposed to turn it into. Obviously, the FBI, if you've listened to the conversations between them and I, we are not on friends lists. I don't go to their fucking barbecues and they don't come to mine. So, if you're wanting help with the police, I'll speak up about what I know. You give me the email address I gotta send it to, I'll send it. This guy did send me his email address, and I am gonna send him everything that I fucking can on Ted Bollinger. I think he might have a fucking aneurysm. I'm gonna send him what I got from Danica Garner, and what I got from Rose M. Kelly, and from Denise M. Kelly. I'll send him what I got from Samantha D and what I got from Bobby Forrest. I'll also send him the conversations with Katie Cahill. Because it wasn't just Ted Bollinger, it was his entire family involved in that. Matter of fact, I was taking the brunt end of two sides of the family that were at each other's throats. Ted's side and Rose's side. And from where I stand, neither one of them ever should have had permission or the ability to reproduce. These are two people who should have been taken out of the gene pool a long time ago. Ted Bollinger to prison for the rest of his life, and my God, Rose, with the things that her kids went through because she chose abusive men over her own kids. So when my computer is able to be accessed in the morning, I'm going to have to send as much information as I can to this feller who claims that he's going to call the police. Thank goodness. That's what he should have done to begin with. You have this suspicion, make the fucking call, goddammit. Now, that mandated reporting thing that I sent out to a lot of you guys, on my Facebook anyway, I recommend watching that. The laws are usually a little bit different in your state, depending on which state you're in. But the professions that are required, well, those are the same in about every state. I hail from Nebraska, where everyone is a mandated reporter, but nobody follows the law. There's no teeth. None whatsoever. Because these mandated reporters, even the professional ones, do jack shit. They don't do their job, and it is negligent. But, of course, these are poor people who can't afford a real attorney, which is why they sit in jail, are never allowed access to their evidence, are prevented from being able to call their witnesses, or let people know what the fuck is going on. You get one free phone call, and there's no guarantee they're going to allow it. If they really don't like you, they'll just pretend you're not allowed that right. But in all those cases, by the time you get to that point, you're already in custody. You no longer have access to record anything or to show that you're telling the truth. At that point in time, it's your mentally ill tag versus their badge. Who are people going to listen to? Probably the badge. Anyway, I'm going to try to get some sleep. I haven't been able to. I mean, as soon as I was almost asleep, I got this feller typing to me about Ted Bollinger and this underage girl and some scam. You goddamn right, I took screenshots of it immediately and posted them up immediately. One extra night when you're in a hellish situation is too much. And if there's some little girl who's missing out there, well, it is our duty as a society to help find her. This guy's saying he thinks Ted is pretending to be this girl, but also there's the her moving thing, and I don't know. I know with his history, yeah, with the bikers that he hangs out with, not all bikers are bad, but the ones that are bad are real bad. They're called one percenters, and you need to be afraid of them. That doesn't matter who you are. One percenters, they wear that patch on their vests because it denotes them as the 1% of bikers who are the criminal element. You know, they had all this stuff saying that, people want to look at bikers and pretend they're all bad. So they say, well, only 1% of bikers are the criminal element. Well, those 1%ers are the ones who brag about being that criminal element. I post this stuff up immediately. Before I go to the police, I make sure that it's in public because I never know what the cops are going to do. I don't know if they're going to arrest me on bogus charges. Maybe they'll arrest me on stuff that I actually did for once, but probably not. What are the possibilities and what are the probabilities? What are the socioeconomic factors that you're putting into it? And what are the socioeconomic issues in the real world? Good night, y'all. I don't know if I'll be able to stay conscious, but I know that I got a boost of adrenaline finding out there might be a little girl out there somewhere who's not safe. But also, this guy is looking into identity theft because he thinks it's Ted Bollinger. He thinks that profile is Ted Bollinger. I don't know. I need to turn this in. I'm afraid of what will happen if I try to turn it in alone. I'm not sure how coherent I'm going to be able to be. But I got it going through my head of, one night in hell is one night too long. If there's a young woman being human trafficked, she might be chained to the floor. She might be living in the bathroom with 2 or 3 other girls. Trap houses are nasty. Oh God, please help me to stay awake so I can do this.